everybody, I'm going to be showing you today how to make some different paper flowers. So this is going to be the first one, and I'm also going to be showing you how to make the leaves that go around it. So in order to do this one, what you're going to need is you're going to need some paper, some green for the leaves and yellow for the flower heads, a skewer to put them onto, pencil to mark out some lines, scissors in order to cut everything out. You can either use glue stick, or I'm going to use double-sided tape today for speed. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to do the flower head. To do this, I've used half a sheet of A4, so I've cut it in half, and then the next thing I'm going to do is pop some double-sided tape on. Just find the end of it and pop that along the bottom, and then just trim it off right to the end there. There we go. Take the backing tape off so that we've left the sticky side down, and then we're going to fold this over, but we're not going to crease it. There we go. Excuse me. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to pop some little bits of double-sided tape on, because this is what we're going to use to stick it to our skewer. Little bits at both ends. You can put it all the way along if you want, it's entirely up to you. Then a little bit in the middle. There we go. We're going to use those later. These also make a nice guideline as to where we're going to cut to. Okay. So we're going to use our scissors and we're going to cut in straight lines down. It's up to you how thick you have these, but they need to be fairly even. We're just going to cut all the way along to the end. One of the other reasons that I like to use pieces of double-sided tape on this rather than one long piece is so that when you're winding it around your skewer, it doesn't stick to your hands and things like that. So it's much easier to work with if we're just using bits. There we go, all the way to the end. There we go. And now we're ready to wrap it around our skewer. So what I'm going to do, excuse me, I'm just going to take off the first piece of double-sided tape. It can be a little bit tricky to get off sometimes. There we go. And we're going to start right at the very end. I always do it so that the pointy side is up, so that we haven't got any pointy bits at the bottom that could poke into somebody or something. And we're just going to roll it around, all the way around like that. There we go. Keep it nice and tight as you're rolling it around. There we go. And then on to our next one. And then our last one, let's just take the backing off the double-sided tape and roll that around as well. Remember to keep it nice and tight so it doesn't slip down the skewer. There we go. So that's our basic flower there. Okay. The ones I did on this one, I didn't actually fold the top over, so we've got a lot looser frill on that one, but you can do it either way. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to show you how to make this little, the leaves that go up the side of the flower head. So I've just got a short piece of green paper, which is about 13 centimetres by 6.5 centimetres. It's up to you how big you have that. You can make it bigger, you can make it smaller. So what I'm going to do to make it easy to cut out is I'm just going to fold it in half, half again and again. So we've folded it 3 times. Okay, so that's your first fold, second and third. And this is where I'm going to cut these bits into a triangle. There we go. Move those little bits out of the way. Open them up, and you can see we've got a bit like a grass frill. Okay, so I'm just going to use the double-sided tape again. Pop that on there. Trim that end up. And there's a little bit overhanging this end, so I'm going to trim that up as well. There we go. And then we can take the double-sided tape off. Then I'm just going to wrap that around the top of my flower. See there? A little bit tricky because we have to negotiate the flower head that's there, but just keep wrapping it around. There we go, and give it a good squash together underneath. There we go, and those are the flower heads. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show you how to make are these leaves. Okay, so we've just got, what I've done is I've folded a piece of green paper in half, and I've marked out, don't know if you can see these, some half flower shapes on the fold. It's easy to do it on the fold because then both sides are symmetrical. So I'm just going to cut these out. I'll cut the second one out. Okay, so while they're still folded, in order to get the veining up it, what you do is you fold it over. Okay, so where the crease is, where the fold is, fold it that way, and then fold it back on itself, and keep folding like that. Can you see? Folded it over and back on itself, and keep folding. If you keep these in a line, so in a fairly straight line, right up to the end, I guess that's what we end up with when we've folded it. And then when we open it out, if I can get it open, okay, doesn't want to open, there we go. And there we have the veins of the leaf. So I'll show you again on this one. From the crease, fold it over itself, and then keep folding it back like that. There we go. Open it out. There we are. Then I'm just going to pop a little bit of double-sided tape at the bottom of each one. And then those can be wrapped around the stem of the flower. Let's do this one first. Pop it on at an angle, and then just squeeze those two pieces together, and then you can pull your flower up, the leaf up. There we go. And then the next one, exactly the same. I do this one a little bit further down, squeeze those together, and then you can fold your leaf back. There we go. I'm just tidying the bottom part up there. There we go, and that's our finished flower. That's the first one. Join me again and I'll show you how to make a different type of flower. Okay, bye for now.